Hi everyone, I'm Beth with Bodies by Pilates, and today I'd like to take you through a stretch flow. So you don't need any equipment for today's flow, and you can just join me on your mat or on the floor. And if you want to sit crisscross, now if that's not comfortable for your hips, you can always just take your legs out in front of you, and you can even pop a little bend in those hip flexors in case they kind of fire up right away. What I want you to do though is to make sure you're nice and tall. Arms are just going to relax over your knees or down by your side. And we're first going to start off with something I love to do every day because it kind of opens up your passages and gets the circulation going. So let's go ahead and take a big breath here. And then exhale it all out. One more time, take a big breath in. And as you exhale it out, I just want you to lower your chin to your chest. Pull your shoulders back and down, but don't let the belly sort of fall out to the front. So pull the belly in, keeping it engaged, and then go ahead and just look center. One more time, lower the chin to the chest. Pulling the shoulders back and down, and then look center. Let's look over to our right. Keeping the left shoulder back. So try not to take the left shoulder with you, but look over your right shoulder. Keep your chin down and then come through center and look over to your left. This time keeping your right shoulder down. Making sure you're sitting up nice and tall. One more time, look over to your right. So you want to feel that stretch going down the left side, and one more time over to your left. And then just bring it back to center. This time you're going to lower right ear to right shoulder. So everyone's a little bit different on their range, but you want to feel that nice little stretch. If you need a little bit more, go ahead and just kind of gently assist that head down. And you can also take the opposite arm down, just so you feel that nice little stretch there. Again, if you're feeling congested or just a lot of like stuff in your head, this is going to help out quite a bit to kind of loosen things up. Over to your left side. You need that gentle assistance. You just kind of help that left ear to left shoulder. And then we'll do it one more time. Right ear to right shoulder. Just trying to keep your body nice and upright. And then a left ear to left shoulder. Beautiful. All right, come back to center. This time we're going to get a little spinal rotation. So keeping the hips right where they are, I want you just to rotate through the spine this time. Look over that right shoulder. Don't come backwards. Don't push the belly out, but try to stay right on those sits bones, keeping the core pulling up, looking over the right shoulder. And then rotate over to your left side. So you can kind of use that knee to help you kind of get a little resistance, a little anchor there. Let's do that one more time. Over to your right. And then over to your left. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and take these legs out. Just go ahead and shake them out. We'll take them the length of our mat. So I'll turn a little bit on an angle here. You'll take them the length of your mat. And then I want you to sit nice and tall on that mat. So this is where we have a tendency to sort of lean back and to collapse in the core. So I want you to think about almost being forward on those hip flexors. If you feel them really like catch and fire up, if you have tight hip flexors, just pop a little bend in those knees. Good. All right, go ahead, take those arms out in front of you. We're just going to get a little bit of movement through the shoulders here. I want you to take that right arm up right next to your ear and then bring it down. Take the left arm up. See how high you can get it. Don't go back. I just felt myself actually go back and bring it right back down. One more time on the right. And one more time on the left. Good. Let's take both up. So reach, 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 but keep the shoulders down. And then right back down. Beautiful. Up again. And right back down. Let's take that right arm out to the side. Keep the left arm in front, and if you saw any shift in those feet, it just meant that you let the hips sort of go with you. So take that right arm out, bring it back to center. Maybe take a big inhale as the left arm goes out, and bring it back to center. One more time, right. Feels so good, it's a nice stretch across the pecs, and left. Beautiful. Last thing we're gonna do before we roll back is a little shoulder isolation. So again, if those hip flexors are killing, just go ahead, pop a little bend in them. Arms are out in front of you. You're right on the bony parts of the butt. You're gonna go ahead, reach with those fingertips and round through the shoulders. So I do want you to round forward and then retract them back. Round them forward, retract them back. Good. One more time, round them forward and retract them back. Beautiful. So we want to keep the shoulders retracted back. We're going to take a big inhale here. And then exhale. I want you to just round off the sits bones. So it's almost like someone punched you in that belly, and you're going to roll all the way down. I'm going to have to scoot myself down my mat because I'm going to run out of room here. Good. Take those arms up and behind you. Let me just scoot down. So those arms are going to come up and they're going to go behind you. You're going to feel the rib cage splay, totally fine. Keep your arms here, and then I want you to point and flex those feet. So ankle mobility, foot mobility, super important. Now, if you have like any plantar fasciitis or anything in your feet, when you flex, that might be a little painful. So if that's happening, you want to make sure you're rolling on a tennis ball or some sort of maybe a frozen water bottle. You really want to break up the fascia in the bottom of the foot that's becoming brittle. All right, so now I want you to rotate the ankles around and then rotate in that opposite direction. You're just letting the arms kind of stay behind the head, the rib cage is splayed open, and then just bring the feet back to center and then just shake out those knees. Good, and now roll right to left. So you're sort of grounding the tailbone there. All right, we're working our way up the body here. So I want you to start to bring those arms down. So I always say snow angel those arms down. See if you can keep the backs of the arms in contact with your floor, with your mat. Bring them all the way down. Good. On the way up, I want you to concentrate on where your rib cage starts to splay again, where it feels like you're holding your breath a little bit. You're going to feel that happen as your arms start to rotate. So try to keep your rib cage closed like you have a corset on. And then there's going to come a point where your shoulders are rotating and your rib cage will have to flare just a little bit. Good, so mine happens right about here is where that rib cage, I really can't keep it kind of zipped up any further. Reaching behind you, good, so we want to just lengthen. Now I want you to reach a little longer with the right foot, right hand, and then a little longer with the left hand, left foot. Excellent, one more time. Reach a little longer on your right side, a little longer on your left. Okay, I want you to bring that right arm up to the ceiling. And as you do that, I want you to make sure you drop that shoulder down. Might be easier to show you on the left side right now. So right now, my shoulder is kind of rounded forward. I want you to just drop it down. See how I was able to drop that down? So this is me reaching up towards the ceiling. This is me with my shoulder blade connected to my mat. Take it all the way down. Good, we're gonna just switch those arms. So they're gonna pass when they're at 90. Shoulder blades are back on your mat. And then pass them. One more time, pass. And then just bring that other arm up. Beautiful. So we're just getting everything moving nice and slow, but opening things up. I want you to bring those arms out to the side in that T position. And then just bend at your elbows, trying to keep the backs of your hands down. You're coming into the goalpost or scarecrow position, a flat scarecrow that is. And then just relax the rib cage here. So it might take a couple of breaths. Big breath in, rib cage splays, big breath out. And again, big breath in, filling those lungs up with air so you can feel the belly expand, and then big breath out. All right, so keeping your left arm right where it is, I want you to start to rotate your right arm over, stopping once again before that shoulder blade wants to peel away from your mat. You'll see it better when we do the left side. And then flip that arm right back up. All right, so I'm gonna take the other side. So your sides are different. This is why I like to do them individually first so we don't cheat. So once I feel my shoulder blade wanting to come forward like that, I have to stop. I want to keep my shoulder blade down and then flip it back up. Let's do that one more time on each side. Flip that shoulder over or that arm over and stop before it comes up. So then take kind of note where you are. Flip it back upright, and then let's do the other side. So mine are kind of even. I feel like my left side might have a little bit more mobility, and then flip it upright. Now let's take it together. So try and be honest. They're gonna be different, right? Take it over. Yep, mine are different. My left hand is definitely lower than my right, but if I go any further, my shoulder blades are gonna peel away, and then flip it upright. Let's do it one more time. Flip it over. And flip it upright. Excellent. Extend those arms out and then just bring them all the way down. Excellent. Okay, let's do a little more stretching here. So bring that right knee in towards the chest, grab it below your kneecap and give it a big squeeze into your chest. So maybe if you point through your left toes, you'll feel your hip flexor and your quad extend a little bit more. Pull the shoulder blades back. So if you're rounding forward, we're trying not to do that. Everything we do in our daily sort of average day, we're gonna be rounding forward, right? Like if we're on our phone, if we're on our computer, if we're driving, we have stress in our neck and our shoulders. So we just wanna pull the shoulder blades back as much as possible. Keep hanging on to that right knee with your left hand. Take your right hand out, palm down, out to the side. And then slowly bring that knee across the body. Let that right hip pop up, keep that right shoulder down, and get that spinal rotation. This is a nice release for the low spine that takes all of that pressure during the day. So just give yourself a little time here. Big inhale, big exhale. Okay, let's come back to center. Let's release that leg down. All right, let's do that on the left side. So left knee is gonna come in. You're gonna grab it below that kneecap. You're gonna bring it in towards the chest, pulling the shoulder blades back. Maybe point through the right toe this time. See if you can get a little hip flexor stretch there. Hang on to it this time with your right arm. The left arm, palm down, and then bring it across the body. My left hip is gonna come up. My left shoulder stays down. And I'm just gonna, I kind of move it a little bit, just so I feel a little bit of a release in the back. And then just bring it back to center. Excellent. All right, let's bend both knees. And then take about as wide as your mat. And go ahead, take your arms out to the side. Settle the rib cage in once again. So just relax here for a second. Take a big inhale through your nose. As you exhale, just let the legs fall over to your right side. Keep your shoulders down. So now you might feel a little quad stretch. That left hip is going to come up just slightly. Take an inhale as you bring the knees through center. And then exhale as they lower onto that left side. Again, maybe feeling that quad stretch on your right side this time. All right, one more time. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, lower to the right side. Now, if you're a person that needs a little bit more, you're gonna pick up that right foot, you're gonna place it on the thigh of the left leg to gently help it come down to your mat. Relax the shoulders. You've got this great little spinal rotation going on. You've got a stretch going through the core. You're gonna pick up that foot, place it back on your mat. Inhale as the legs come through center. Exhale as they come over to the left side. Shoulders stay back. Maybe pick up that left leg. It places on the right thigh. It gently assists it down to your mat. Go ahead, take that foot off. Inhale, come back up to center. Excellent. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a glute and hamstring stretch here. So we're going to do our figure 4 stretch. Let's cross our left over our right. So if you've been doing a lot of sit to stand, a lot of squats, lunges, maybe the glutes are pretty tight, glute med on the side of your leg, glute max that connects to your hamstring. Open up that knee first. So you want to try and get it sort of perpendicular, flex that left foot. If you're a person that needs more of a stretch, you're going to bring that right leg up and use it to bring the legs in towards the chest. I don't like to kind of curl up because see how I get into my neck again? So I like to stay back, keep the chest back and pull the legs in towards the chest. All right, set the right foot down. Let's do that on the other side. And uncross, cross, right over left. So I don't need a lot to really feel a good stretch. So if you have a lot more mobility than me, everybody is different. So again, I'm flexing this foot, I'm pushing this knee out. Again, if you need a little bit more, sometimes I can just come up on my toe. You can bring it in towards the chest. Remember to exhale so that you get deeper into your stretches all the time. And then go ahead and set that left foot down and then uncross the right. Excellent. All right. So one more stretch I want us to do for our inner thighs is just open take the soles of the feet together and then allow the knees to just fall out to the sides. So once again, some people can get those knees all the way down. That is not me. That has never been me. This is actually really good for me. I'm not the most flexible person. And so just deep belly breaths here. And then exhale. You can hold these as long as you want. I just want to show you a few exercises that I think are great to do when you want to release any stress or you just want to kind of get your day started on the right foot. All right, bring those knees over to one side and just come on to your side here. So I like to line up my legs so they're in a 90-degree angle. I'm going to pull my bottom shoulder back. I'm pulling up from my bottom obliques. So you can't really tell, but I'm not just resting. I've got them engaged the whole time. If you need a block or a pillow under your head, feel free to do that. It doesn't bother me to have my head a little longer. You're going to stack those arms. We're going to take a big inhale as we open that arm up. So we're not falling off of our hips stay forward and we're just rotating through the core. So if you play golf, this is an amazing one. As you can see, I don't play golf because I don't have a ton of range there. And then close it back up. So I just watch my brother-in-law and my husband, they have an amazing range. They both play golf. Inhale as you reach. Opening up the shoulder, feels so good, great stretch. Exhale, bring it back over. Let's do it one more time. We'll do 3 on each side. Inhale. and exhale. Great. All right, so before we go to that other side, let's go ahead and come onto our belly. Just another great chest and shoulder stretch. You're gonna wanna open your feet as wide as your mat and then sort of point the toes out. So when you do that and you engage your core as if there is kind of a marble underneath of it, you're gonna lengthen out your low lumbar. If you just collapse and have your feet here, you're gonna feel a lot of stress in there. So open up the legs, point them out with energy, pull the belly button up, and you feel that low spine just sort of stretch out. Take your hands on either side of your mat, elbows pointed up and out, and you're hovering your upper body. I want you to look to your left and take your right shoulder and dip it down towards your mat. Come through center, dip the left shoulder in, look over the right. Good, tight shoulders, this feels really good. Okay, one more time. Dip that right shoulder in, look over your left. And last time, come through center, dip the left shoulder in, look over your right. Keep those feet pointed out, keep that belly engaged, so don't let it just rest on your mat. Come back to center. Bring the hands closer, right in front, like behind the shoulders, but right by the armpits, maybe a little slightly in front. We're just gonna come up into our swan. So elbows are pointed backwards like a grasshopper. We're gonna press into the palms as you inhale. Exhale, come right back down. So I'm trying to keep my shoulders down from my ears, but I can't come all the way up. Sometimes I can. Today's not that day. I'm close, but not there. And then this time, we're gonna come all the way up and start to bend into the knees, push the hips back, come into child's pose. Just a little counter stretch for that swan so that you don't feel the pressure in the low spine. Let's open up that side body real quick. Take your arms over to your left. Shift all your weight over to your right. Pull the shoulders down. Breathe into the right ribs. Come through center. Hands go over to the right. Shift all the weight over to the left heel. Breathe into the left ribs. Excellent. And then let's go ahead and do that other side opener. So I'm just gonna rotate this way, that way I don't have to turn my back to you. So we're gonna come on down. Legs are gonna be bent in that 90-degree angle. You're pulling up from your bottom obliques, so I'm not just resting. I've got them engaged. Bottom arm is out, top arm is on top of it. You're gonna go ahead, keep the hips like there's just a drill right through there. Take that big inhale. Rotate right at that waist. Ooh, I'm even worse on this side. Definitely not a golf player. Or a golfer, I guess is the word, right? Go ahead, close it up. Inhale as you open. It's a nice stretch across the chest and that shoulder. Oh, it feels so good. Exhale, close. We've got one more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job. Okay, we're gonna come back onto our bellies, but this time in a figure or in a kneeling position. So a quadruped position here. So for this one, you want those knees right underneath your hips. You're gonna have your hands right underneath your shoulders. And then you want your back to be nice and flat, as if you could put sort of a tray on top of it. So there's no sagging, right? That's too much pressure on that low lumbar. You want to pull the abs in and engage them. Beautiful. So slide the shoulder blades down your back. Neck gets a little bit longer. Tuck that chin in just so you're not jutting that chin out. Neck is in line with your spine. Take a big inhale here. And then as you exhale, I want you to round up through your back. Push your hips forward. We're looking for mobility in the mid-thoracic spine, not just the shoulder bridge. And then as you inhale, you're gonna push the hips back. This time you are gonna lower the belly. You're taking an extension, head, neck, and shoulders kind of look up, and then exhale round through it. But inhale. You can do as many of these as you want. You want to find that flow through your spine. You want to have that mobility every single day to help avoid getting any sort of injury with any of quick movements that your day requires. Come back to a neutral spine or that back being nice and flat. Remember, you're not sinking into your hands, you're pulling yourself away from your mat, but your fingers are spread nice and wide. Just sway the hips right and left, and right and left. So now you have that flexion in your side body. Feel those obliques catch. You're closing the gap between the last rib and that hip bone. As many of those as you need. And then go ahead and walk your hands out one. So your hips are back to center. Now your hands are slightly in front of your shoulders. Fingers are spread wide. Shoulders are down. I want you to just start to shift back. Don't pull the shoulders up. Don't move the fingers. Get a stretch through those hands, those arms, and even the back. And then come back up. Good. And let's do it again. Pull it back. Trying to sit the hips onto the heels without moving the shoulders up to the ears or moving the hands. Oh, it feels so good. Excellent. And then just come right back to center. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna take a seat. We're gonna finish right how we started. So once again, we're gonna sit crisscross here. Or once again, you can have those legs out in front of you, whatever works for you. We're gonna sit nice and tall, finding the bony parts of the butt or those sits bones, rolling those shoulders back and just down. Good, hands off the knees. Take a big inhale here and exhale. This time we're gonna set that left hand down. We're gonna take that right arm up and over on that inhale. And then exhale. Set that right hand down. Inhale as you come over, you bend into that right arm. Just taking that side bend, nice side flexion. Exhale, come back. Last one, big inhale here. And exhale. That was awesome. I hope you enjoyed that stretch flow that we just went through. If you did, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and check out all the other videos on my channel. And I hope to see you back here real soon.